Bienvenidos and welcome to another episode of Spain on a Fork. Today we're going to grab some red lentils, truly one of the most underrated ingredients at supermarkets. Even though they're heart healthy and affordable, create a super delicious recipe. We're talking a cozy Spanish red lentil stew. This is known as un guiso de lentejas rojas. Now the beauty of this recipe, besides the fact that it's easy to make and made with simple everyday ingredients, is that it comes together in just 40 minutes, yet the flavors feel like they've been simmering for hours and hours. Folks, serve this heartwarming stew next to a crunchy baguette and a bottle of Spanish red wine, more specifically from the region of Priorat, which is located in the province of Tarragona. Can have yourself a fabulous meal. Alright, let's just jump right into this. I'm going to heat a stock pot with a medium heat and add in a generous 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which is 35 milliliters. Important to use the good stuff here, as this is what flavors all the ingredients. Then we can get the Spanish one that I'm using in the description box below. While the oil is heating, I'm going to finely chop 1 medium-sized onion, roughly chop 6 cloves of garlic, thinly slice 2 celery sticks, and cut 1 large carrot that's been peeled into small bite-sized pieces. Then we'll add in the chopped ingredients into the stock pot, and we'll mix them around. And as you know, I like to mix this around continuously, that way everything evenly sautés. After about 5 minutes, and the vegetables are lightly sautéed, and the onions are nice and translucent, I'm going to add in half a teaspoon of sweet smoked Spanish paprika, which is 1.25 grams, along with half a teaspoon of ground cumin, which is 1.5 grams, and pinch in a 1/4 teaspoon of saffron threads, which is 0.17 grams. Then you can get the Spanish golden saffron I'm using in the description box below. And we'll give it a quick mix, that way the spices are well mixed into the vegetables. Then we'll add in half a cup of tomato sauce, which is 120 grams. I made my sauce by finely grating fresh tomatoes, but you can also use canned tomato sauce here, which is very similar to passata. And then we'll turn it up to a high heat, give it a mix, and then simmer it for a few minutes. While tomato sauce is simmering, let's start prepping our lentils. I'm going to add in 1 cup of dried red lentils into a fine sieve, which is 190 grams, and rinse them under some water. Like I've told you in the past, when you're working with lentils, they're not like other dried beans where you have to soak them overnight. Just give them a quick rinse, and they're ready to go. After simmering the tomato sauce for about 3 minutes, you can see it's slightly thickened. We'll add in our rinsed lentils and 3 cups of water, which is 720 milliliters. You can also use chicken broth here, or even vegetable broth if you like. I just prefer to use water in this recipe, that way that liquid doesn't overpower the delicate flavors of the stew. And we'll also add in 1 bay leaf and give it a gentle mix. Once it comes to a boil, we'll place the lid on the stock pot and lower the fire to a low heat. And we're going to simmer this between 10 to 15 minutes or until those lentils are just cooked through. Important to check the package instructions in the lentils you're using, that way you get your cooking times right on the money. After simmering the lentils between 10 to 15 minutes, we'll remove the lid. And at this point, they should be perfectly cooked. You know, you can always give them a try just to ensure that they're done. If you see that yours need more time, you simmer this longer and add in more liquid as needed. For the final steps, I'm going to add in a handful of chopped spinach and gently mix it into the stew until it's lightly wilted. I'm using fresh bagged spinach here, but you can also use the frozen stuff. You just make sure to thaw it out and pat it dry beforehand. Then we'll season everything with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper, and squeeze in 2 teaspoons of fresh lemon juice, which is 10 milliliters. And we'll give it 1 final mix. And like I've told you in the past, when you're working with dried beans, you want to season them once they're cooked. If you season them beforehand, it's going to take them longer to cook and they might end up with a tough texture. Then remove the stock pot from the heat. Transfer some of the stew into a shallow bowl. Top it off with a dollop of Greek yogurt. You can easily veganize this by using a plant-based yogurt. And some chopped parsley. Check it out, our cozy Spanish red lentil stew is done. Easy to make, simple heart-healthy ingredients, and all done in 40 minutes using just 1 pan. Let's give this a try and see how it turned out. Once again, folks, un guiso de lentejas rojas, and I tell you it's a cold and chilly day, so you know this is gonna hit the spot. A little bit of everything. Here we go. Oh my goodness, that is so good. It is absolutely fabulous. But most importantly, with that bite, it warms your soul and it fills you with so much goodness. Easy to make, heart healthy. You would try it home. Once again, next to a crunchy baguette and a bottle of Spanish red wine from the beautiful region of Priorat, gonna have yourself an amazing meal. Really quick before I go, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Rob Haskins, Daniela Brandt, and Patricia O'Brien. And guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. Enjoyed today's video, hit that like button. Leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click on the bell icon. That way you can get notified every time I release new content and to become a part of the Spain on a Fork family. Till the next time, hasta luego.